Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Davey Suicide. Hi, what's up? What's going on, man?
I'm just getting ready to play Connecticut.
Cool. Yeah, you're doing the East Coast thing, right?
Yeah, we're thrashing up the Northeast right now.
Cool.
It's getting great.
Wow. Yeah, you just played New York just recently, a couple days ago, right?
Yep, we did Amityville and then we did the city.
Cool.
Both of them were great.
Great. Any special things happening at those shows?
I feel like kids they figured out that I love Monster Energy drinks, so they're bringing those every day. We got 2 humongous boxes of cupcakes and 4 bags of cookies. And
cool.
I think they think we're like fat asses, so they love sweets. But as far as the shows, I mean, New York City was awesome. Our good friends, Megan Massacre, who's a tattoo artist and stuff, and Joe Letts, who's the drummer of Commie Christ, came out to see us, so it was great to see them, catch up with them, and just the crowds have been awesome, and like we've
great.
We have like our own following coming to all these shows, which is really, really neat to see.
Cool. Now the album just came out March 19th, right?
Yep.
Cool. And you got 14 songs, which is quite a bit for a release in these days, all right?
I think so, but it's like I feel like the fans, we do this for them, and I feel like they deserve that,
Right.
And it's kind of the way I look at it. It's a way of making up for the fact that the label dragged their ass for a year and a half to get it out. So.
Right. I was going to ask you about that because we interviewed you last year when Generation Fuckstar came out, and that's almost a year ago since that interview, and the album's only being released now. What was the delay?
Without getting into the politics of our label, I just don't think it's. I don't think they can keep up with what we do. To be honest, I don't know.
Wow.
It's yeah. I mean, they wanted to set it up. They wanted us out on tours, and we've been doing that. Luckily, like the fans love us, and they've waited that long,
Right.
And it's just. They learn the songs through people posting videos on YouTube, and the kids will find another way, even if you hold material back. Like kids are, when they're obsessed with something, they'll get it no matter what. So it was in the bag last March, and it came out this March. So
right.
What does that say?
Now, when you're younger and you're a young kid, were you rebellious?
Oh, I hated my parents. I just didn't understand why I was so angry because, my parents divorced when I was 2, and I had a joint custody, so I went back and forth between homes every 2 weeks, and then up until I was 16, and then they wanted me to stay at a steady house, and that just symbolized to me that I loved, like, my dad or my mom more than each other, and
wow.
I ended up just ditching it and just moving out on my own and sleeping on the back of a porch, like on a wooden swing with my dad. And I just didn't understand why I was so angry. I didn't understand why I didn't have a clique of friends like everybody else. Like I would ditch lunch and go to a practice room in the guitar room, and I would turn off the lights so no one would see me in there, and I would just play guitar and listen to Metallica and Pantera and Guns N' Roses and like just try to learn songs by them. And
right.
yeah, so that was
cool.
But I understood now that it all worked out, and it all led me down a path that I can kind of set an example for people that may feel the same way.
Cool. Now, when you were younger, did you always have an image what you really wanted to be, or it just like, morphed into what you are now?
I think it was a gradual thing. I mean, I was always into horror movies. I was always into Tim Burton. I was always into Guns N' Roses, Manson, and Eminem. And I think the evolution might have taken a little bit longer to take shape just because I was in bands where I thought, like, all 5 people had to be, like, compromising, and, like, all 5 people had to, like, kind of basically, like, agree on something. And the more that I played music, the more that I realized, like, basically just have to find people that are completely into what you're doing, and then you go down that path, because, at the end you need a leader, and you need a vision that's common, and that way you don't compromise any of your artistic integrity to something, or you get out everything you want to say lyrically and visually and stuff. So this has been the easiest band I've ever been in, and everyone is completely all on board. So.
Right. Now, is image a big part of the band?
I think visual and everything is a big part, you know? I think that people, if they're going to pay their hard-earned money to go see a show, they better see a show. I don't think if they want to just listen to something you put on your iPod or you listen to your stereo in your car, if they go to a show, you better show them something. So I think it's, you know, for us, we're all characters, and I think we're just portraying that on stage.
Cool.
It's an extension of our personality.
Cool. Now, do you think the band would have moved so quickly? You know, you really gained popularity, well, in my mind, pretty quick, since that's, you know, last year to this year. You think, you know, if you just came out like with jeans and stuff like that, and like the Ramones or something like that, would the popularity be there?
I think that they would see, you know, the songs were still strong, but obviously the way we look is something that has caught people's attention. I think we work hard. I think no matter what, we would have caught fire. I think it would just been a matter of if, you know, who knows, we might be more popular if we look normal, because there's more normal people than people that look like us. So
Right.
maybe we have it all wrong.
Right. I don't think so, because I'm a photographer, so your image, you know, that's what I look for. You know, I mean,
Sure.
I don't want nothing boring, you know, stuff like that. That sucks, you know. I could take a picture of someone on the street instead, so fuck that. What's the comparison, or, you know, from like Manson and you, what does Davey Suicide is set apart from them other bands that are like dressed like you guys?
I mean, I think, you know, there's a little bit element of hope to our music, which is different. I think, you know, we have a little bit more of an 80s thing going on in our stuff.
Right.
We have a 90s feel, too, but there's a little bit more of a GNR twist. You know, I think Manson's really anti-God. I'm more self-empowerment.
Right.
You know, I think as far as the show is concerned, I think, you know, both acts are great.
Cool.
I think I've been influenced by him, you know. I mean, I think he's an amazing artist in his prime. I think there was no one that could touch him, you know. So, you know, I hope to be one day, I hope to be in the same sentence with him.
Cool. Now, when you talk to fans, you know, I'm sure they have a variety of songs off the new CD that they love. Is there any particular song you like the best out of everything out there? My particular is Sick Suicide. I think that song is great. I think the vocals are excellent. I think it even has the chance to make a, you know, good radio play. What's your perspective?
No, I love Sick Suicide. That was Sick Suicide and Cross Your Legs were the first two Davey Suicide songs, and then Kids of America, and then One More Night. So I love Sick Suicide. It was kind of like the benchmark, and it's a little bit more, you know, there's a little bit more melody in that song. To me, the most personal songs in My Chest of the Grave, I think it was just like, it's a moment that you realize, like, it's okay to let your baggage go from your childhood, and whatever's kind of weighing you down in life, that's the kind of the moment you just release it all. And it was kind of like my therapy. I mean, you know, I think music is my shrink in a lot of ways, and I feel like a lot of kids are going to connect with that song. So
right.
That's the most special one to me.
Cool. Now, already, have you had protesters already against your show yet?
Well, you know, people weren't too happy when the grab gun was going around Sandy Hook happening, and like, I don't know. We haven't gotten it horribly yet, but there's definitely people. There's been kids that have been suspended for school from wearing our stuff, and you know, we're getting backlash, and I think the people that are giving us the backlash are people that are too closed-minded to look into the whole thing.
Right.
And that's to be expected. But it's an interesting time when you have that turbulence. It's starting because it's getting more intense each day, which is a very interesting dynamic.
Cool, cool. Now, being on the road, do you have experiences to try different foods or anything like that being on tour?
Luckily, you know, we have some parents, like, you know, Needlz parents, like, cooked us some corned beef the other day. It was fantastic. Fast food is the inevitable demon, and that's the thing that's there the most, and unfortunately we indulge in that probably more than we want to, but, you know, I love Southern cooking, so that's good. I don't know. You know, it depends on where you're at, but luckily we have a lot of people that cook for us, and we're fortunate to run into that.
Cool, cool. You have any view on religion?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's I feel like a lot of people need something to worship to try to make themselves feel better. And to me, the big thing that I am against is the fact that a lot of people that are, you know, will endorse religion will go lead a fucked up life for 6 days a week, and they feel like if they're on their knees praying to something on Sunday, that validates them cheating on their wife or stealing or, you know, whatever they may be doing. And you know, I think if you're gonna be something, live it, you know, whatever that be. But I think, you know, religion was created in a time where people kind of needed structure. You know, it's kind of like the traffic lights of how to live your life. You know, some people need a stop sign. Some people need a yellow light and a green light to be able to operate. So if there's what they confide in, then that's fine. But I believe in the inner self, and you can accomplish what you want if you put your mind to it. And, you know, when you're accepting a Grammy, it's like you did the work. You got the team. You put in the time. The fans love you, and that's why you're there. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Do you feel there's anything stopping, you know, Davey Suicide from accomplishing a goal?
No, we're going to get what we want, whether we have a label, whether we don't have a label. I mean, this team, when we are putting our minds to something, we get what we want, you know? And
right.
I don't feel like I've seen how fast we've grown, and I see how we work together, and I see how amazingly intense our fans are, and it's a powerful thing. So, you know, the days of the labels being the end all be all to something are so behind us. You know,
right?
If you're a smart band, if you're a functioning band, you know how to run your thing. Luckily, we have a great management team and a great booking agent and publicist. So, I think sky's the limit for us.
Cool. Now, before I went on and talked to you for a little bit, I went on eBay to check out some of your material that's available, and a lot of the autograph photos and stuff like that are going for $50, $60 and selling. What's your impression of that?
Well, we recently encountered some people that have been trying to get us to sign these lithograph photos before shows. I didn't realize they're going and selling them, turning them around. I mean, you know, memorabilia is great. It's, you know, it makes the whole thing go around. I think it's kind of, you know, I try to give a piece of myself to a fan that's going to cherish it, put it in their room, and, you know, be excited to have that every day, not for people to go try to turn it around for money. But it's all part of the game, so it's inevitable, man. You can't stop it all.
Cool.
At least people are buying it. It's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, well, congratulations on the new CD. You know, I wish you guys the best. I love the image. I love the music, and I hope you have a great future. Would you like to say anything in conclusion?
You know, I think boundaries are only there because we put them there. And, you know, it's just, I think that everyone just needs to figure out what they want. Don't compromise your integrity for something else or for someone else. You know, get everything out of your life that you deserve.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Davey.
You got it, man.
Bye-bye.